Alright, well, welcome back for another plan with me. Back in the day when life felt a little more normal. I'm recording this on Friday the 13th. The voiceover anyway, but I did the planning last week around March 2nd through the 9th, or the 8th, sorry. And I used this kit from Cinderella Paper Co. Didn't know how relevant the let's stay home part was going to end up being. So this week was not the week that led to the staying home, but filming this in hindsight is really weird. Yeah. Stay tuned for next week when I explain what I mean by all of that. So this week was Super Tuesday with the primary election. I thought I was getting sick. I had some really severe back pain, which was fun. And I was just like really stressed out. Wow, who's even surprised at this point? Jessica's just stressed out. So I started off Monday by marking that I finally got paid for my TA job. It's a weird delay, start working in January and don't get paid till March. It's cool. And then I started filming this plan with me, and then I went to work. Didn't make a note of what I taught this day, but it must have been something related to media. This was my week of conferences, so one-on-one meetings with my students, which I'm really glad that we did, because now I'm not sure when I'm going to see them face-to-face again, if ever. I guess I should just address this now. Our campus is going over to virtual instruction due to coronavirus. We don't have any cases, but they're just taking precautions like a lot of schools are. So today, Friday the 13th, I told my students, I'm like, I'm not sure if or when we'll see each other again. I didn't phrase it exactly like that, because I don't want to panic them. But it's supposedly through the end of April, but it could end up being the rest of the semester. So I might not see them again, which is weird. But yeah, then on Monday afternoon, I had class. My class, linguistics, and then I marked at the beginning of Tuesday that it was Super Tuesday, and that the street sweeper was going to come through, so I'm just using a lot of stuff from the kit, clearly. Then I had to get a lot of reading done on Tuesday, which is one of the reasons I was stressed this week. I was trying to get together a discussion presentation thingy for a class of mine that I'm a student in. So I needed to get ahead on reading. And then I also was trying to get ahead on reading sources for an annotated bibliography that's due at the end of this month. And I think this was the day that I really strained my neck and my back and everything, because I was just doing a lot of computer work. Reading on the computer, if you don't know, is terrible for you. I continue to do it anyway, but this day I really overdid it, and it caused a lot of problems for me for the rest of the week. Yay! I originally picked this kit because I figured March was just going to be most of the month of me staying home, because I have so much work to get done. This week I had to get a revised draft of my MA project to my advisors, so that's another reason I was super stressed out. But yeah, I went to work on Wednesday, taught again, or conferences. If you don't know, conferences, when I say that, I mean I met with each of my students one-on-one instead of doing class. So I find them highly effective, and I like getting to know students. So I find them good, and I think the students find them really helpful too. Things seem to click better when you're talking to them one-on-one, as opposed to when you're talking to a whole group of people and they're all at different levels, and So Wednesday, again, I had class. And then later I'll end up putting in a Fox and Cactus sick girl, because I was really worried that I was getting sick. And with all of the stuff about coronavirus, I really had to calm myself down and just look up symptoms, and those symptoms were not matching up. They were just cold symptoms, like a regular cold. And it went away after this day. I think it was just really bad stress, and my back was hurting, and everything seemed wrong, and the pollution was probably really bad. So I'm pretty sure I'm fine. But that was just kind of a terrible scare on Wednesday. Because I'm like, first of all, even if it was a regular cold, I don't have time to be sick right now. But then it only lasted for a day, which was really weird. Thursday morning, I had to complete my FERPA training. If you don't know, that's like, I forget exactly what it stands for, but yeah, it's basically stuff about like data security at a university, and student privacy stuff, which is, important. And then I put in a half box to revise the intro to my MA project because that's what I was focusing on. Put in that nice stack of books to mark that that's what I was doing that day. And then I eventually will put in another Fox and Cactus Girl, kind of hunched over, crying because my back was really hurting me this day. I need to get better about this stuff. I'm fine right now, but when I sit too long, especially working on the computer, I feel terrible afterwards. And then put in my work on Friday and a checklist on Friday because I had a lot of things to get done. And then I think I just filled in with full boxes. Sorry, I always interchange the terms like full box and half box, unfortunately. But I ended up putting that like apartment scene kit, the double box on Friday and Saturday, just because I knew I wasn't going to be going anywhere, so might as well make it look cozy. Out of everything that could have possibly gone wrong the past couple weeks, the only thing that didn't was that I adjusted just fine to daylight savings time. It was really strange. I read something online, I forget whose Instagram it was on, about how they were going to move their alarm up 15 minutes for like 2 consecutive days in the week leading up to daylight savings time. I don't know if that made sense, but whatever. So I basically just gradually moved my alarm back in time, and then by the time we got to Sunday, I was like, I'm up at my regular time. It doesn't feel any different, and I've adjusted quite well, which is good because I didn't need one more thing messing up my life right now. And then I put in a little thing on Sunday to send in my draft to my advisors, and I put the date covers in. I'm not normally a very neutral person, but I was feeling this. It's like switching it up. I'm very colorful most of the time when it comes to my style, so it was nice to switch it up and have like a grayscale kit. I thought it was cool. This week it was still sunny and bright in Southern California, but the week after this, we're right in the middle of a huge storm. And that daylight savings time sticker is from Oh Hello. So I put in a checklist in the middle of Wednesday, as I got closer to Wednesday, to fill in some things I needed to get done that day. I put in a habit tracker to mark my no spend. What else? My computer is freezing. Yay. I'll just talk through the rest of the week. So I believe I got a voting sticker when I went to turn in my ballot on Tuesday, so I ended up putting that in the sidebar. You'll see that in a minute. And then as for the rest of the week, like I said, I put in the back pain sticker on Thursday. I mean, it's not specifically back pain, but like that's what I was using it for. I booked my flight to Savannah. This week now I have to figure out what to do about that because if we look ahead in time, I'm not allowed to go to Savannah now. So, but I marked it because I booked it with a flight or a plane sticker from Oh Hello, and then we watched Our Planet that evening, and I felt like I was finally getting my life on track. I'm like, wow, I'm figuring out this trip that I'm going to go on. Nope, not going on that trip anymore. I put a heart label at the top of Friday because my roommate went to New York. We went to Thai food on Friday night and then watched more Our Planet, and I marked those with little things. And then I put a kind of sad little Fox and Cactus Girl at the top of Saturday because I was just generally stressed because I had a lot to do. And then I put a little thing with a time to read sticker from Oh Hello to mark the linguistics chapter I wanted to read because I needed to catch up because I have a midterm on the 16th. I put in another little thing with a laptop from Oh Hello for reviewing the intro to my project. Sorry, I just bumped the mic. And then that reading sticker from Nightingale Paper Co. is to do some reading of a novel that I was working on for our class. And then I put in lots of little things on Sunday. I booked my Airbnb. I was able to cancel that and get a full refund. So that's good. But the airline is going to be a problem because, of course, I've got a non-refundable flight. That was stupid. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, well, I'll figure it out. My school is hopefully going to help me out with that. We'll see. Basically, I'll get into this more next week. Tune in then. We had cinnamon rolls for breakfast. I put in another time to read sticker for another linguistics chapter. We went to Trader Joe's, and then I put in a laptop sticker to send the handout for our discussion that we were going to lead in class to my group mates. And then I put yet another laptop sticker in to write some annotations for my annotated bibliography. So that's this week. I'll get more into the travel and the staying home and all of that later next week when you see that video. So stay tuned for that. Life's getting interesting, y'all. See you later.